I was the vice chief when Pahalgam happened. And sadly, by age, I came to my timeline on the 30th of April, and I missed the action.
And Pakistan even decided to circulate some fake propaganda, I remember, on Twitter and elsewhere, saying that you did not want to fight Pakistan and therefore, just in the middle of Pahalgam and the action itself.
That is modern hyperbole for you. And yes, it's a good example of how narrative building is used as an important aspect of conflict in modern times, given the abilities and opportunities that prevail today. But going back to that, my refrain would remain that how I wish I was still around.
Did you try? Did you try at that time?
I did actually. But to be fair, I can look back and say not hard enough probably. Maybe I should have been more insistent. But then I also did recognize that on the 30th of April, one couldn't have really said that this would be responded to in 7 days' time. So it would be an indefinite timeline. If I had known on the 30th of April that this was to be the 7th, I possibly would have put in a request to be in the chair for maybe just 2 weeks more.
Right.
But there was no real.
You didn't have a timeline.
Specific timeline at that time, and so my efforts also they weren't as vehement, and so the results weren't as lucky for me.
If you were there, I mean, you of course wanted to be there.
I desperately wanted to be there. I was, in fact, I almost wanted to be back in Air headquarters when it all started. But then life's like that. I would have been causing more problems to the people who would be there, especially now in a retired environment. If I were to try and push my way in, that would have been more problematic to all the people I've served with, senior and subordinate. And I think that would have been unfair.